I'm void. I don't tell you the truth. I make you see it. There's a person in your life right now. Maybe it's a partner, maybe a parent, maybe a best friend or a coworker, and on the surface, they seem fine. Normal, maybe even wonderful. But something feels off. You can't explain it. You just know that after every conversation with them, you feel smaller, more confused, more exhausted. You used to be confident. You used to trust yourself. But lately, you second-guess everything. You apologize constantly. You feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough. Here's the truth nobody told you. You're not going crazy. You're not too sensitive. You're being slowly destroyed by a narcissist. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. Stage by stage, trick by trick, so that by the end of this video, you will finally understand everything that has been happening to you. Or, this is the video I wish someone had shown me earlier. Stay till stage 7, because that's the one that will make everything click. Stage 1, love bombing, the beautiful trap. It never starts with pain. It starts with magic. From the very first moment, a narcissist makes you feel like you found something rare, something special. They compliment you constantly. They text you all day. They say things like, "I've never met anyone like you," or "You're the only person who truly gets me." It feels like a fairy tale, and that's exactly the point. This technique is called love bombing, and it is the most powerful manipulation tactic in the narcissist's entire playbook. Here's why it works so perfectly. When someone showers us with attention and affection, our brain releases dopamine, the same chemical released by drugs and gambling. We become addicted. We start craving their presence. We start restructuring our entire life around them. And by the time the love bombing stops, which it always does, we are already so deeply attached that we'll do anything to get that feeling back. Think of it like a fisherman baiting a hook. The love bombing is the bait. You are the fish, and once you bite, the real game begins. Real love builds slowly. Real love doesn't need to be this intense, this fast. If someone makes you feel this special, this quickly, pay attention. That is your first warning sign. Stage 2, isolation, cutting you off from the world. Once the narcissist has your trust, the walls start closing in. Slowly, quietly, so slowly that you barely notice. It might start as something that sounds like love. "I just want you all to myself. Your friends don't treat you the way you deserve. Your family never really understood you the way I do." And because you trust them completely by now, you believe it. One by one, your relationships start fading. You spend less time with friends. Family feels distant. And before you realize what's happened, the narcissist is your entire world. This is not an accident. This is strategy. A narcissist cannot control someone who has a strong support system. Friends and family can see what you can't. They ask uncomfortable questions. They notice the changes in you. They tell you the truth. So the narcissist eliminates them. Without outside perspective, you have no way to reality check what's happening to you. You have no one to run to when things get bad. You are completely dependent on the very person who is destroying you. Isolation is not love. Real love never asks you to choose between them and everyone else who cares about you. Stage 3, gaslighting, making you question reality. This is where the destruction goes deep. This is where the narcissist doesn't just control your world. They start controlling your mind. Gaslighting is when someone makes you question your own memory, your own perception, your own reality. It sounds like this. That never happened. You're imagining things. You're way too sensitive. I never said that. You're remembering it wrong. You're crazy. At first you push back. You know what you saw. You know what you heard. But they are so confident, so calm, so absolutely certain that you start to wonder, maybe I am remembering it wrong. Maybe I am overreacting. And here is the most terrifying part. The more this happens, the more your brain actually starts to malfunction. Studies show that long-term gaslighting causes the same psychological damage as physical trauma. Your brain literally rewires itself to doubt itself. You stop trusting your instincts. You stop trusting your feelings, and you stop trusting your memories. And a person who doesn't trust themselves cannot fight back, cannot leave, cannot even clearly explain to someone else what is happening to them. That is exactly what the narcissists want, your complete psychological surrender. Stage 4. The silent treatment. Weaponizing silence. You did something that displeased the narcissist. Maybe you asked a question that didn't like. Maybe you stood up for yourself. Maybe you simply existed in a way that inconvenienced them. And suddenly, they go completely cold. No response to your messages. No eye contact. No acknowledgement that you even exist. A wall of complete emotional silence. And you panic. Your brain goes into emergency mode. You replay every conversation, trying to figure out what you did wrong. You apologize for things you're not even sure happened. You beg for their attention. You promise to be better, even though you don't know what better means. This is not a coincidence. This is a trained response. The narcissist has conditioned you through repeated cycles of warmth and withdrawal to fear their silence like a physical threat. Your nervous system literally treats their emotional withdrawal as danger. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement. It's the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. The unpredictable reward, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, creates a compulsive need to keep trying. You are not weak for responding this way. Your brain is working exactly as it was designed to. The narcissist has simply weaponized your own psychology against you. Stage 5. Moving the goalposts. You can never win. By this stage, you are trying so hard. You've changed the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you think. You've given up hobbies, opinions, friendships, all to become the person they want you to be. And for a moment, it works. They seem happy. You feel relief. But then the rules change. What satisfied them last week is suddenly not enough this week. The standard you worked so hard to meet has been quietly raised. The compliment you expected becomes a criticism. The approval you earned disappears. This is called moving the goalposts, and narcissists do it instinctively. Because here's the dark truth. A narcissist doesn't actually want you to succeed. They want you to keep trying. A person who is constantly chasing approval is a person who never has the emotional energy to question the relationship, to leave, or to see clearly what is happening. Your exhaustion is their power source. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you say enough, is the moment their control over you begins to break. Stage 6. Identity erosion. You don't know who you are anymore. This is the stage most people never talk about, and it might be the most devastating of all. You used to know who you were. You had opinions, dreams, a sense of humor, things you loved, things you stood for. But after months or years with a narcissist, that person is gone. Your opinions have been mocked until you stopped sharing them. Your dreams have been dismissed until you stopped chasing them. Your personality has been criticized, reshaped, and replaced until the version of you that exists now is a hollow shell built entirely around one purpose: keeping the narcissist happy. Psychologists call this identity erosion, and it is one of the most serious forms of psychological abuse that exists. The worst part, most victims don't even realize it's happened. They just feel empty, lost, like they've forgotten who they used to be. If you are watching this and thinking, "I don't really know who I am anymore," that feeling is not a personal failure. Now, that is evidence of what has been done to you. Your identity was not lost. It was taken, and it can be reclaimed. Stage 7, the discard and why it destroys you. And then one day, it ends, not with an explanation, not with closure, not with any acknowledgement of the damage that has been done. They simply move on to a new person, a new source of attention and control. And they do it with the same ease that they might change a TV channel. You are left completely shattered, confused, grieving a relationship that you can barely explain to anyone else. Because from the outside, nothing looks that bad. There are no bruises, no crime was committed, just a relationship that ended. But on the inside, you are devastated in ways that go far deeper than a normal breakup. Because you're not just grieving the person, you're grieving the version of yourself that you lost. You're grieving years of your life spent trying to earn love from someone who was never capable of giving it. And the cruelest part, many victims spend years blaming themselves, wondering what they did wrong, trying to get the narcissist back, believing that if they had just been better, tried harder, changed more, things would have been different. They wouldn't have. Narcissists don't discard people because of something those people did. They discard people because that is what narcissists do. You were never the problem. You were always the target. Now you know the 7 stages of narcissistic destruction: love bombing, isolation, gaslighting, the silent treatment, moving the goalposts, identity erosion, the discard. If any of these stages sounded familiar, if you recognized yourself in any part of this video, I want you to know something important. What happened to you was not your fault. You are not too sensitive. You are not crazy. You were targeted by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. And the fact that you're watching this video right now, seeking answers, seeking understanding, means that healing has already begun. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, because right now, someone you know is trapped in one of these stages, and they don't even know it yet. Subscribe for more dark psychology every week, because the more you understand how darkness works, the less power it has over you. Void, control the mind, or be controlled.